This is Les Schwab Tire's Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by the U.S. Army.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Darren Collegian Stadium and live high school football. It's the spring season debut of Friday Night Rivals, and we think we have a fantastic matchup for you. The Buchanan Bears against the Central High Grizzlies. The pregame show is delivered by HR Mobile Services. Call HR Mobile Services for all your human resource needs. Bringing in Cam Worrell now to talk about this matchup. Cam, we think this could be a Valley playoff preview.
Yeah, I mean, this is usually what we see in the section title game, not game one of Friday Night Rivals for the spring season. An exciting matchup, a lot of Division I players on the field tonight.
Let's talk about some of those players and guys you think might have an impact.
Yeah, starting with Buchanan, number 23, Hayden Peterson, took a kickoff to the house last week. Will play both ways as a receiver, will carry the ball, will play safety also. A big piece for that Buchanan offense. On the defensive side of the ball, number 22, Cameron Braca. Matt Giordano described him as a young Cameron Worrell, so I thought he's a step slow, but he's very smart and plays hard. He said, no, he's very athletic. He comes downhill and plays really physical, so more like a young Matt Giordano, I would say. On the other side of the ball, looking at the Central Grizzlies, DJ Stevenson, their quarterback, used to be the starter at Buchanan. Now at Central. His first start last week, he brings them back from down 21-0 against Clovis. Big-time player. Dad, of course, a first-round NBA draft pick. And then on the defensive side of the ball, number 1, Sahil Sahota, lockdown cornerback. He will be matched up across from Hayden Peterson and trying to keep the athlete in check.
Coaches, I guess the lesson here is if you want one of your players on the pregame show, tell them that you remind him of a young Cam Worrell, right?
That'll do it.
Let's talk about keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, of course, with Central, if you're Buchanan, you have to limit their explosive plays. You can't let these athletes get in space and really hurt you. Make Central execute all the way down the football field. If you're Buchanan, you have to control the football, try to keep that Central offense off this field, and then when you get a chance to go up top and hit one, you have to take advantage of those opportunities. So keep Central in check. Don't give up those big plays, and on the other side, you have to control the clock, and when you have an opportunity, you have to take advantage.
Sounds great. We think we're going to have a fun night tonight with Valley High School football on Friday Night Rivals. We'll come back to kick it off, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire's Friday Night Rivals. We're just about ready for kickoff. Buchanan against Central. The Bears will be kicking off to the Grizzlies. And Cam, it's kind of interesting that the quarterback for the Grizzlies used to be quarterback for the Bears. An advantage to either side on that?
I think it's an advantage for Central. You know, if I ever played a former team, I'd be ready to rock.
Let's send it downstairs to Kevin Miller with us.
There are many famous rivalry rematches throughout the course of human history. The Lakers, Celtics, Ali Frazier, Yankees, Red Sox, and all pale in comparison to the Bears versus the Grizzlies, the rematch of the 2019 Central Section Championships, because it's about to go down tonight. Are you ready for this? This is Friday Night Rivals! Let's go! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
With the kickoff, taken right out about the goal line and coming out across the 15, now reversing his field. Damari Conley has some room on that far side, down the sideline, looking for a couple of blocks, cuts it inside, and he's taken down after a nice return out to about the 45.
Man, these Central athletes are so good when they get some space. If you're Buchanan, you have to stay disciplined, stay in your lane, keep the correct leverage. Don't let these athletes get out in space and have that kind of an effect.
So DJ Stevenson comes out as quarterback. Marion Gaines-Smith is the running back. 4 receivers. Stevenson will keep on first down across midfield inside the 40, knocked down at about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Kyle Biggs giving his quarterback the carry on the first play of the game against his former team. A big, smooth athlete. You have an extra player in the box when your quarterback carries the football. Central picks up the pressure. DJ Stevenson makes him pay.
1st and 10 sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition. And whistles will stop this play. The flag on the play is sponsored by Reedley College, celebrating 95 years of student success.
A little bit quick jump in the snap if you're Buchanan. They're coming out, sending extra guys every single play, trying to force the issue against this Central offense.
On 1st and 5, the swing pass comes to the near side. That's caught by Cam Taylor. Out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, just get the ball out. A little RPO action. DJ Stevenson pulls it, gets the ball on the perimeter. Good job by Buchanan that time, not allowing an athlete to get out and pick up that first down.
2nd and about a yard. Fake handoff, looked like it went the wrong way. There was a mix-up in the backfield, and Buchanan's Caden Rogers drilled Stevenson.
Yeah, you don't know where the 4th guy is coming from on this Buchanan defense, and Caden Rogers, who is going to play both ways tonight, nobody picks him up. That one hurts if you're DJ Stevenson.
Be 3rd down at about 7. Stevenson looking for running room, and there's not much there. The Bears are going to stack him up at the 30. Well short of a first down. It'll set up 4th and about 5.
Yeah, quarterback run on 3rd down. You would anticipate Central going for it right here on 4th down from the Buchanan 30. Expect DJ Stevenson to put this ball in the air.
Comes a blitz. Stevenson to the far side. The pass is incomplete. And the Grizzlies turn it over on downs. It'll be Buchanan ball. 1st and 10.
And that's a big-time series if you're Buchanan. Central makes you miss on the kickoff return. They get the ball close to midfield. A big pickup on 1st down for DJ Stevenson, and this Buchanan defense holds. Get a penalty. It's 1st down and 5, and they still are able to get Central off the field. So now it's time for this Buchanan offense to try to eat some of that clock, control the tempo of the game if you are Buchanan offensively.
So the Bears are on offense for the first time. Jaden Mandel, the quarterback. Give us to Rogers. Over the near side, gets it close to the 35-yard line. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Caden Rogers going both ways. We saw him with the big hit against DJ Stevenson, and right there, hey, Buchanan pick up 5 yards on 1st down. Now you're 2nd and manageable.
Mandel thrown to the near side. That pass is complete. Caught right at the sideline by Hayden Peterson. 1st down.
Yeah, Hayden Peterson, another guy going both ways. And Jaden Mandel already has an offer from Fresno State to play baseball, so we know he has a big arm, but he's really fit nicely in this Buchanan offense. A timing system, a play-action type system, right on the money to Jordan Peterson to pick up that 1st down.
1st and 10, sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition. Mandel with the handoff. This is Cade Euling across midfield. Knocked out of bounds inside the 45. That'll be another 1st and 10, sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition, although we do have a flag on the play. Hang on. It's going to be against Buchanan.
It would look like a little hold by Hayden Peterson on the edge, but Cade Ewing, another athlete that Buchanan is going to get the ball to in space, whether he's running it, whether he's catching it, whether he's catching it out of the backfield. Another versatile athlete for Jaden Mandel to get to distribute the ball to.
All right, the flag on the play is sponsored by Reedley College, celebrating 95 years of student success. Mandel looking for someone down the far side. Now he's looking to go deep. He has a receiver out there, out of bounds, incomplete. That was intended for Stephen Shelley. It's a name familiar to Fresno State football fans.
It sure is, man. Steve Shelley, of course, and even trained guys after his Fresno State career. Worked with me a little bit. And then we saw the arm strength of Jaden Mandel right there. Got outside the pocket, bought himself some time, tried to find Shelley down the football field. A guy with a big arm. If Central defensively makes mistakes, he's going to take advantage of those.
2nd and long from the 37 for Buchanan. This is Ewing up the middle, and he's stacked up and pushed back. Virtually no gain, gang tackled. They'll give him progress out to maybe the 38.
Yeah, 3rd and 14, obviously not where you want to be if you're Buchanan offensively. And that holding penalty was so costly. Instead of first down on the plus side of the football field, now you're way behind the sticks, and a 3rd and 14 play that with some of these Central athletes on defense, Jaden Mandel has to be careful not to put one up.
So what do the Bears come up with now on 3rd and 14? Ewing in motion. Here comes the blitz. Hit as he gets rid of it. The pass is complete, but then dropped immediately at the 35-yard line over there on a big hit. That's Jeremiah Shelton.
Yeah, Jeremiah Shelton, the big athlete, he'll come off the edge a lot of the times in those 3rd down situations. This time he drops into coverage, and hey, the big guy can move in space. A big time hit on Cade Ewing right there to get this Central defense off the football field.
Brandon Reyna into punt for Buchanan. Fair catch called for, but then the ball drifted, and now it's picked up on a couple of bounces and brought back out. That was a heads-up play because that ball was headed probably down toward the 10-yard line. Elijah Lindsey picked it up and brought it out to about the 30.
Yeah, saved him some room. Unfortunately, once the fair catch is called,
fair catch, yeah. Can't do that, can you?
Stay down. It was a freebie, though. I like that.
Even though
play.
he turned and took off, said, get away from that ball.
I like it. Maybe they make a mistake and you pick up some free yards if you're Central.
Boy, you know, mistakes have hurt both teams now. You saw when the Grizzlies had 2nd and a yard, and the running back goes one way, the handoff goes the other, and the quarterback gets drilled for a loss. Then the holding penalty.
Yeah, you got to execute. You have to make heads-up plays. You can't cost your offense, and we've seen that in the first 2 possessions tonight.
Here's Stevenson. And again, defensively, Buchanan is right there. No gain on that play. The running back, that's Noy McDowell.
Yeah, really slow developing play. It looked like still a little bit of confusion between he and DJ Stevenson. Not sure if he was going to give it or keep it. You know, kind of a conservative start for this Central offense who usually likes to open it up from the jump.
On 2nd and 10. Stevenson going deep. Has a receiver out there and can't hang on. Pass was intended for Marquise Green. Ball hung up there for a while, but he couldn't bring it in right at the sideline.
Yeah, hung up just a little bit too long, and we saw Cameron Baraka close the distance and get there to knock that one away. Marquise Green is a guy who DJ Stevenson will look for, but when you put this much air under the ball, these Buchanan safeties are going to find it. Good job by Baraka playing the ball, not getting there early and knocking that one away.
Third and 10. Fake handoff. Stevenson in trouble. Gain maybe 2 or 3. And the Grizzlies are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, this is exactly a 180 from how I thought this game was going to start. I thought Central was going to open it up. I thought we were going to see DJ Stevenson move the ball around. Instead, Buchanan has brought pressure. They have got DJ Stevenson off of his spot and confused him a little bit. And once again, another third down stop to get off the field after a fourth down stop last possession. This Buchanan defense playing with a lot of confidence early.
Cyrus Lowe with a big stop there and help from teammates. Oh boy, Grizzlies can't get the punt away, and there's going to be dropped down inside the 15, close to the 10.
Cameron Braca coming off the edge, just no time to get that ball off if you're Central. No chance. Cameron Braca, as you see, will come right off the edge. Almost picked this one off the foot. Instead, he's able to get his teammates around, and this is a big-time stop. Buchanan with the ball at the 12-yard line. These are the type of plays Buchanan needs to win this football game.
Bears start this drive inside the Toyota red zone. Try and run it over the left side. Very short game by Rogers.
Yes, sticking with that philosophy, right? Try to control the tempo. You don't want to get into a track meet against Central. You want to control the tempo. You want to keep their offense off the football field. And Buchanan so far executed very well. Can't make those little mistakes, but when they execute, they've had positive plays.
Mandel rolling to the far side, looking to the end zone. Fires the pass into the end zone, and it's caught by Shelley.
What a throw, and I didn't think he was going to get that one there. Jaden Mandel, we talked about his arm talent.
That touchdown is sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Gets outside the pocket again, is able to extend the play, and didn't just throw a bullet. And how about that catch by Stephen Shelley, getting his arms underneath that football just before it hits the turf. 6 points, Buchanan.
Baseball infielder fielding it right off the turf. As the extra point is put up and in by Arroyo. 7-0, Buchanan draws first blood over Central. We'll be right back. Thanks to the great catch by Stephen Shelley on the pass from his quarterback. The Buchanan Bears have a 7-0 lead. Here's the Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students in mind, body, and spirit. Austin Arroyo will kick it off for Buchanan. Time to kick is low, taking on a couple of bounces by McDowell. Out across the 25 to the 26. Let's send it downstairs to Kevin Miller.
Well, we're experiencing a wealth of emotions here tonight. We are elated to be back on FNR here at the telecast. We're overjoyed to see these young athletes doing their thing on the field, and yet we have a heavy heart and we miss our beloved colleague, our teammate, our friend, Vince Wesson. As many of you know, Vince passed away last August, and as we grieve and long for him, we remember the man who impacted us all. And there are so many accolades, so many accomplishments that we could recite, and yet one that really sticks out is everywhere that we went, everyone knew Vince. But here's the thing, Vince knew everyone. And what I mean by that is it wasn't just a superficial acknowledgement of the people around him, but it was a deep understanding and an awareness of others, their mountaintop moments and their valley lows. We witnessed him asking about an ailing grandparent. We witnessed him checking in about that Saturday softball game. He would celebrate with a senior on the verge of graduation. This is a man who made an impact on all of us. And as we reflect and as we grieve, we send to his beloved wife, Sandy, and his daughters, Jules and Jet, we love you. And we say thank you. We thank you for sharing him with us. And on behalf of the FNR crew, we assure you that his legacy will live on. In fact, our traditional Scholar Athlete Award and Scholarship will now and forevermore be known as the Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete Scholarship. And so we would love to celebrate Vince throughout this season. And I would love it if you could share with me, direct message me on Twitter at Kev's Crew, at KEVSCREW, any anecdotes, any accolades, any witty, humorous moments, and we will share that with the Central Valley. It'd be an honor, and share it with the recipient who will bear V-Dub's name. V-Dub, you will never be forgotten. Let us continue and keep the Vince Wesson conversation going. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Well, Kevin, I thank you for doing that tribute, because I don't know if I could have made it through that. We also have Vince Wesson to thank for Friday Night Rivals. This was his idea. This was his plan that he put into effect in conjunction with our television station. And every year he keeps coming back and making it better and better and better. I was his broadcast partner for more than a decade. I've known him for more than 40 years. And thank you. Stevenson slipped it as he was trying to take off. They'll mark him down at the 48. Yeah. And I'll tell you another thing that I think Vince would have been very happy that another former Bulldog has stepped in and is going to be joining us, Cam Morrell. And I'm glad you're here, Cam.
Appreciate it, man. That was well done, fellas. And Vince will live forever. The impact he had on the Central section will never be forgotten. Will live on. Everything that he did, what will last from Vince Wesson, the stories of Vince Wesson will go on forever. And I'm humbled. I'm humbled to stand next to you, Ralph, knowing that that Vince is your guy. Vince is your color guy for a long, long time on Friday Night Rivals, and you guys were excellent to watch. So, as I said, I'm humbled.
The 5-yard penalty. First down.
Flag on the Play is sponsored by Reedley College, celebrating 95 years of student success.
Another one of those self-inflicted wounds. Josiah Aon hopping off sides. Can't do that. You have Central in third down. Try to get him off the field. Instead, you give him a freebie, and it's first down and 10.
Stevenson gonna run inside the 30, lowers his shoulders, bowls over a defender or two, gets inside the 20. Big time run by Stevenson. You can see the strength and the size of the young man.
Yeah, looks slender, but he's running physically. Now we know why Kyle Biggs started the game off with DJ Stevenson running the football. He's moving quickly, he's putting his foot down, but he's running physically, making guys miss and picking up a first down for the Central offense. He has been their best offense tonight, just him making things happen with his legs.
From the 19, he's going to have to run it again down to about the 17 or 18-yard line. And right after the game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller, followed by Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's coming up on the CW59.
Buchanan's they've been really aggressive inside the box. They line up with 3 down linemen. Sometimes they'll bring a 4th guy down and they'll send a 5th. If you're Central, get the ball out to these athletes in space. Let them get the ball and try to make something happen in the open field.
This time he gets the pass away inside the 15-yard line. Angel Gonzalez was the receiver. Fans, you can live tweet Kevin Miller at hashtag FNR Fresno to vote for Player of the Game, brought to you by Donald P. Dick.
And that's the kind of offense that Central needs to work. Get the ball out in space. Pick up 5-6 yards. Don't make it a physical matchup in the box, because Buchanan is committing extra defenders in there.
Stevenson will keep it on 3rd and 4. He'll have the first down to about the 6-yard line.
Or just give it to DJ Stevenson and let him run a couple of guys over to pick up a first down. As I said, he's been, their best offense tonight. Just him keeping the football, running physically, creating positive plays for the Central offense. He has really been the whole show tonight.
Stevenson going to take it on a quarterback draw right up the middle, and he lowers again his shoulders and lowers the boom as he gets down close to the goal line. What a weapon.
Yeah, there's some popping going on too, and there's some guys coming downhill. Cameron Brocken, Hayden Peterson coming downhill and making some things happen.
Here's a reminder, please stay tuned for the Xfinity halftime show. 2nd and goal. This time the snap is not to Stevenson, but Gaines Smith, who carries it in through a huge hole for the touchdown. That touchdown is sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Central going to a little wildcat action. 2 big bodies in front of 190-pound Amarion Gaines Smith. Walks into the end zone for his first varsity touchdown as a Central Grizzly. Congrats to him. But hey, DJ Stevenson all the way down the football field, the big wildcat package, puts it in the end zone.
Darwin Melgar will be in to attempt the extra point, tie this one. Stevenson is the holder. There's a penalty flag in the end zone, but looks like the official is picking it up. I think he gave Kyle Biggs the option to take it on the kickoff. Well, there's extra point is up and through. And we are even. It's a 7-7 game as Central has a response and sticks it in the end zone on a drive that was controlled by the quarterback.
Yeah, really DJ Stevenson, kind of the whole offense for Central. You know, broken plays, he gets outside, he makes things happen with his legs. And then the design run game. It's so difficult when you have a quarterback like DJ Stevenson, who is a big athlete but can also run physically because you have an extra guy in the box. He's usually a guy handing the ball off. Instead, the guy he hands it off to is working as a blocker, and you can outnumber the defense. So he's been most of this Central offense so far. Good to see Amarion Smith, Gaines Smith getting into the end zone, and we'll see if they start to expand that offense. Get the ball out of DJ Stevenson's hands quickly, get it into the hands of some athletes, and allow them to operate in space.
Here's a reminder, please stay tuned for the Xfinity halftime show. Here's another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students in mind, body, and spirit. A pooch kick by Melvin, takes a high bounce and going up to get it to the Bears. It's taken by Josiah Aon. And that was a jump ball. He had to really go up and get it.
Yeah, that was more dangerous than it looked when it was initially kicked. Central had a chance to bring that one down. If Aon doesn't go up and grab that one and secure it, that's a free football.
So the Bears take over on the 34. Now tied at 7. The handoff. Ewing delayed in the backfield and cost him no gain. No place to go but outside.
Yeah, and outside Jeremiah Shelton is second tackle in a row for the Central defense, out there in space, securing the edge, not letting Ewing get outside and get around. A great disciplined job by Shelton on that play.
So no gain, 2nd and 10. And time runs out on this first quarter. The first quarter was brought to you by Bowman & Associates Insurance Company. Protect your crops, protect your livelihood. We have played one. 7-7 Buchanan and Central. Second quarter is brought to you by Lithia Subaru, committed to excellence. Mandel going deep. He has Shelley out there. Makes the catch inside the 35. Down inside the 30, maybe the 29. Boy, that was right on target. They'll spot it at the 30, but a big gain for Buchanan through the air.
Yeah, DeAndre Gilbert used to specialize in that route, the little corner post, and Jaden Mandel, man, we talked about his arm before the broadcast, right on the money. Great route ran by Shelley, right by the defender. Mandel put it on the money. First down and 10 Buchanan at the Central 30.
First and 10, sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition. Rogers trying to do that as well. He's taken out of bounds inside the 25.
Yeah, hit him up top like we talked about pregame. You got to take advantage of the opportunities. Buchanan does. Now it's right back to the physical run game. Get the ball to Caden Rogers. Put big 87, fake George Kittle out in front of him. Get a block for him and get a second and very manageable for this Buchanan offense.
On 2nd and 4, Mandel looking to throw. Now he's going to try and escape down the far near sideline. 10, runs out of bounds at about the 7. He has some speed, Cam.
We talked about him being a baseball player, already an offer to Fresno State, but he saw space and he saw bad leverage by the Central defender, and he just took off and was able to pick up some positive yards. But you're right, kind of a deceptive speed. Once he hit that corner, though, he was rolling, ran out of bounds like every smart quarterback should do, and keep himself upright. And now you have first and goal for your Buchanan offense.
Bears are in the Toyota red zone. It's a first and goal. Sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition. Mandel rolling to the far side, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for Arroyo. Not on target.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough play. Right-handed quarterback running to his left with the running back right out in front of him, trying to block for him. It's, you don't see everything that's happening in front of you, and you have to try to throw across your body to make an accurate throw. Just a tough play. To the right, it's probably a little bit of a better play. Jaden Mandel, though, looks like an athlete who can handle that. As you would expect in practice, he executes that, and they feel comfortable with that in the game plan. Just missed on that one.
I have him listed here as a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah, sophomore.
Pretty impressive for a sophomore to do what he's doing so far. The pitch to Rogers. Tries to cut it inside. There's not much there. Stop for no gain.
Yeah, very impressive. Not just to be a sophomore starting quarterback at this level, but to play for Matt Giordano, who they run a complex offense. He brings complicated system to this Buchanan program. So for him to step in and execute at the level he does, he's a very special player. We'll see a very, very bright future for him in the next 3 years as a high school quarterback.
Cade Euling now in the backfield at running back. On 3rd and goal, Mandel going to roll this side. Pass to wide open receiver. Another touchdown for Buchanan. Hayden Peterson on the receiving end.
Just very well executed. We just talked about this offense and the way that they execute. This is executed to perfection.
The touchdown is sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Hayden Peterson, the guy with all the speed, goes in motion, out leverages his man defender. Sahota is a man defender. He gets caught up in all the traffic behind the line of scrimmage. Hayden Peterson, just a free run to the end zone. Jaden Mandel did not miss that one, right on the money.
All right, the extra point is good. Buchanan has regained the lead. It's 14-7. We'll be back right after this timeout. Here's another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students in mind, body, and spirit. Arroyo to kick it off for the Bears, now with a 14-7 lead. Here's Arroyo's kick. Taken at the 6, McDowell across the 20, still on his feet, across the 25, close to the 30 before he's taken down. Send it downstairs to Kevin North.
Complete without our Wendy's pregame meal, and of course the Chris Stubner Show, starring and hosted by the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Stubner. Chris, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Kevin. It's good to be back. What do we call this? Spring ball?
Spring ball, FNR style, season 11, that's for sure. Chris, I see that Reggie Miller is bubbled inside Wendy's for breakfast. Is there any way we can get another Miller inside Wendy's for at least the weekend to enjoy that breakfast?
We can do it.
Can you pull some strings?
We've got America's favorite breakfast.
I hear it's a breakfast so good, you got to tell somebody about it. Chris Stubner, tell us about it.
You can get a Baconator for breakfast.
You had me.
Biscuits and gravy for breakfast. We've got it.
Beautiful.
Yes. And you can come in. We are in at 6 a.m.
15-yard penalty for the end of the run.
Breakfast, coffee, orange juice. We got it.
We will be there, and we don't have to be Reggie Miller either. Hey, and you've got some things popping, as in some jalapeno poppers. What's up?
Yes, right now, limited time offer. We have the jalapeno popper chicken sandwich. If you don't want the carbs, have the salad.
Okay.
We've got it. This sandwich, spicy chicken, shredded pepper jack cheese, cheddar cheese sauce, jalapenos, and to top it off, we have a pepper jack cream cheese on the top of the bun.
Hello, all modes and flavors. And if I want to order, is there anything with technology that'll get me there quicker?
Yes, we have. I have to sign in if it doesn't recognize my mask. But we have the Wendy's app.
There it is. I'm downloading it.
You bring that up. We have on there now, we're the first fast food company to go to a rewards program. So we have the biggie bag. You can go in here, you sign in, set it up, you get deals, offers, rewards, everything on here. You drive through. We have the mobile orders. You can place your order, pay for it on your phone. Then we also have curbside. We will bring the food out to you. If you don't want to come through the pickup window, we have curbside pickup now.
Maintaining those safety guidelines and serving our customers. And we've got new stores and something very special if you have proof of vaccination.
That's it. South Valley friends, we've opened in the last 4 months 2 brand new Wendy's restaurants in the Visalia area. So when we're down there doing Friday nights, we're going to be eating out of our new restaurants. And to top it off, what we've done, our locally owned Wendy's, if you go and you show your COVID vaccine card to any of our locations, we will give you a free Junior Frosty for the entire year.
Frosty for a whole year?
Every day you show your card. We want to support you because you have supported us.
Beautiful. Keeping us safe and well fed. Chris Stubner of the Chris Stubner Show, we thank you. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin and Chris. You're making us hungry, that's for sure.
I love pepper jack cheese. I do. Anything with pepper jack, I'm a fan.
You can get a lot of pepper jack stuff on that sandwich, it sounded like. Pass interference call against Buchanan on the throw into the end zone that was incomplete, but they'll mark off the yardage.
Yeah, a couple of costly penalties against Buchanan defense on this drive and unsportsmanlike conduct. I don't know what was done down there, but something, and then that very, very light contact that drew a flag for 1st and goal.
Now the Grizzlies are in the Toyota red zone. This is McDowell Down close to the 5.
Once again, this drive aided by a couple of Buchanan penalties, but it's DJ Stevenson with his legs. He has really been everything for this Central offense, and inside the 10-yard line, I would expect him to run with the ball a few times.
And here's one of them. Stacked up short of the 5 and pushed back.
Yeah, well-coached defense. You're only going to be able to, confuse this defense a few times, and once they see it, they're going to adjust to it. And then, hey, is DJ Stevenson a better athlete than who Buchanan has on defense? And we've seen that a few times tonight, but great job, great disciplined defense by Buchanan to set up this 3rd and long.
Aiden Fortenberry, number 7, is in the backfield alongside Stevenson. Stevenson looking to throw. Into the end zone, touchdown. Ladanian Streets. That touchdown is brought to you by Porta Subs.
Just a cardinal sin if you're a DB inside the end zone. You cannot let a receiver get inside of you because it's just an easy pitch and catch. DJ Stevenson stands back in the pocket, delivers a perfect ball on that slant route, an easy pitch and catch. As a DB, you have to make it more difficult. Make them work the ball outside. Make them go through you to score a touchdown. Don't give them that direct pass. Great execution by DJ Stevenson, and great catch with Ladanian Streets bringing that one home for 6.
Got to look at Streets there on the who's on the receiving end of that touchdown pass. Right after the game, stay tuned for Penn and Teller, followed by Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's coming up on the CW59.
We weren't lying when we said this was could be a Division I Valley Championship game. I mean, 2 heavyweights exchanging blows right now, making mistakes, but taking advantage of opportunities. 14-14 in the 2nd quarter. I mean, this one has lived up to the hype so far.
Tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. There's another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they're educating students in mind, body, and spirit. And flags fly at the end of that one.
Yeah, trying to execute that pooch kick again, and just a little bit too much width on the kick. It's another example, just a small mistake, but you set Buchanan's offense up in really, really good field position.
Flag on the play is brought to you by Reedley College. And the officials will step it off. And they'll spot it at the 37. First and 10, sponsored by JR Sports. Mandel to throw on first, looking deep over the middle in traffic, and the catch is made inside the 45-yard line, and that's Arroyo on the catch, where there were defenders all around him.
Yeah, and Mandel saw him early. He let his receiver clear the underneath coverage and put that ball on the money. I tell you what, man, this Jaden Mandel has been so impressive tonight. I don't know if Fresno State football has offered this kid as a quarterback yet, but they need to be watching this tape because he has been in control. He's been accurate. He's made the right decisions almost every time tonight. Very, very impressive start for the sophomore.
Another first and 10 brought to you by JR Sports. This time Ewing spins out of trouble in the backfield, but he can't get away. Taken down out at the 43-yard line. Sahota was in there to finally knock his pins out from under him.
Yeah, he was coming. He was coming. That's a corner that likes to hit, not just run and cover. I mean, that's what you're going to get with both of these defenses, though. Both very physical, coming downhill, and anything that is slow developing today is going to get chased down. You're not going to have a lot of success because there's just too much speed on both of these defenses.
Loss of a couple. 2nd and 12. Mandel throwing under pressure, looking to the far sideline, has a man open. Another catch. Arroyo out at the 10. Wow.
I mean,
if he doesn't have an offer yet, you're going to get him one tonight.
We're seeing a star born tonight. I'm not exaggerating. Jaden Mandel, a sophomore, throws that ball well before Arroyo is clear of any defender and drops it in the bucket behind the corner in front of the safety. I mean, that's a throw that college quarterbacks struggle with, and this sophomore executed that to perfection.
From the Toyota Red Zone, 1st and 10, sponsored by JR Sports. Ewing trying to bounce it outside, then cuts it inside. Down around the 5-yard line.
You know, we talked about this Buchanan offense being kind of more of a ball control offense, trying to play physical up front, outnumbering you in the box. But, you know, Jaden Mandel has loosened that defense up a little bit. So now you do have some extra space. You do have a numbers advantage with Gavin Nelson doing the dirty work in the box. And when you get inside the 10-yard line, you can play that physical brand of football and try to put one in the end zone.
2nd and goal. Pass to the end zone, another touchdown. 3 touchdowns now in the game. And Mandel this time found the open man. That's Josiah Aon.
Yep, we talked about Mandel's decision making. Pulls that one. It's an RPO. He can give it. The offensive line is blocking for run. He pulls it. Finds Aon with a strike. His decision making, an accurate football on the money, 4-6 points. Just a very well executed drive. Started with a central mistake, a kickoff out of bounds, gave Buchanan very good field position. Jaden Mandel just took it over from there.
That touchdown is sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop. Fans, you can live tweet Kevin Miller at #FNRFresno to vote on the player of the game, brought to you by Donald P. Dick.
And we have a couple of favorites early, I think, if we're voting from up here in the booth. A couple of quarterbacks playing pretty well. DJ Stevenson, really the big weapon for this Central offense, and Jaden Mandel just taking this Buchanan offense down the football field, drive after drive, composed, making big-time throws out here tonight. A body shot landed by Central on that drive.
Stevenson doing most of it with his legs. Mandel using his arm. Although we did see that nice scramble down the near sideline earlier. Here's another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they're educating students in mind, body, and spirit. Arroyo with a low line drive kick, taking on a couple of hops, dropped, picked up again and dropped again. And can't get away, going to the far side. That's McDowell. And he was chased out of bounds at the 15.
Yeah, a little mistake, just a little trouble handling that football. You know, usually we see, and we saw the opening kickoff tonight, Central get outside and around this Buchanan kickoff team. That time, Cameron Braca did not let it happen. You know, it's another example of a disciplined approach from this Buchanan defense or special teams unit.
Stevenson had to go down and get a low snap, and then the ball carrier is just swallowed up. 2-yard loss for Gaines Smith.
Yeah, it's not a lot of continuity, not a lot of rhythm from the Central offense tonight. Broken plays have really been their best weapon tonight, and they try to execute. Buchanan has done a really good job.
Well, Stevenson pressured, gets away from the first defender, throws it upfield and out of bounds. Incomplete. Stay tuned for the Xfinity halftime show featuring the Educator Spotlight. That's coming up at halftime.
Third and long for this Central offense, and what can they do? Buchanan's done a good job of pressuring DJ Stevenson, getting him off his spot, not giving him time to let routes develop, long enough to get down the field and pick up a 12-yard gain. So tough spot if you're Central offensively.
Stevenson to throw, has a receiver, it's caught across the 40, tumbling forward to about the 44-yard line. Cam Taylor, the receiver, and it's a 1st and 10, sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition.
Good job, DJ Stevenson allowed that one to develop. Zone coverage, a 3-deep zone. Cam found that soft spot in the zone. DJ Stevenson stepped up, delivered a very accurate football. 1st down Central.
Well, that was a big conversion there. Stevenson still having trouble finding receivers and may not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Well, Buchanan's defense seems to be giving him a steady diet of pressure and coverage.
Yeah, and
that's not easy to do, right? It's usually one or the other.
Yeah, they're bringing pressure on early downs. If they want to run the ball Central with DJ Stevenson, they're going to face extra guys in the box. That time they tried to run some quick game, thinking they had a numbers advantage on that perimeter, but Buchanan fell back into his own defense. So a little chess match between Matt Giordano and Kyle Biggs right now.
2nd and 10. Stevenson's going to take off. Midfield, thrown down close to the 1st down marker at the 45. And they will give him the 1st down. It's a 1st and 10, sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition.
Yeah, he doesn't need a big space, DJ Stevenson. He finds a little crease and he accelerates through, and before you know it, he's able to pick up 10 yards. A nice conversion after that 3rd and long. They pick up deep in their own territory, and now they're on the Buchanan side of the football field.
Fresh set of downs from the 45. They keep it on the ground. This is Josiah Lindsay. Gain of 5 to the 40. This looks like one of those games that's going to depend on who has the ball last.
Right. Well, we talked about Buchanan being the ball control offense, and right now it's Central the ball control offense, using the ground game, eating some clock. Buchanan went up top for some long ones. Central right now is trying to reestablish an offensive identity, and some of the quick stuff in the design run is what have been most successful for them tonight.
Second and 5. Stevenson's pass on a bounce over there to Streets. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, no reason for that play action fake. Linemen stand up, you're not handing the ball off. Just use your fundamentals. Step up, step into that throw, deliver an accurate football. That's a tough read for DJ Stevenson to play action fake and try to compose himself, get back in rhythm, and deliver an accurate football. 3rd and 5, big time play. Big time situation in the 2nd quarter.
Going to be stopped short of the 1st down. McDowell pick up maybe 2. Looks like they're looking at a 3rd or 4th and 3.
Yeah, Kyle Biggs, the quarterback, he's going for it. He's keeping his offense on the field inside the opponent 40. 4th and 3. See if we'll see a zone read. Give it to the big back or lead block for DJ Stevenson on the quarterback power.
And that did not work. Sniffing out the play was Levi Little.
And big time stop by Buchanan defensively. It looked like they tried to fake the quarterback power, and DJ Stevenson was going to step back and try to find a receiver down the football field, but lost his footing a little bit of traffic, and had no time to try to get away.
Yeah, Little came right up the middle. So now the Bears take over on offense. Mandel in trouble, and he'll be taken down at the 30. He kept looking to find somebody. Jeremiah Shelton finally got to him for the loss.
Yeah, kind of the first time we've seen, Mandel kind of look like a sophomore. He had the opportunity to step up inside that pocket. Instead, when he feels a little bit of pressure, he tries to escape around the outside, and Central very disciplined on the edges. Didn't give him the ability to hit the sideline, pursued from the backside, and now second and very long for this Buchanan offense.
Second and about 20. Mandel's pass nearly picked off. Damari Conley was over there defensively, and that was almost a jump ball for either guy.
Yeah, I think if Conley would have just gotten that left arm up, he might have been able to take that one to the house. But good job breaking on the football, getting his hand in the play, knocking that one away. 3rd and 21 for this Buchanan offense. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to make a mistake right here with just 1:20 left in the second quarter and give Central a big opportunity.
Yeah, the incompletion stopped the clock. So they'll run it with Ewing out across the 35 to about the 37, 38 yard line. Central has called timeout, I believe. 4th down for Buchanan, 4th and about 13.
Yeah, Kyle Biggs trying to save some time for when his offense gets the football back. Expect to have decent field position and try to run some 2-minute offense. I know, Kyle was my teammate at Fresno City. He loves the 2-minute offense. I know he practices it every single day at Central High School, so this is an opportunity for them to get a possession before halftime, because Buchanan will come out and get the ball to start the second half. So big possession if Central can make something happen and put some points on the board before halftime.
I think we expected to see Central making some big plays in the passing game. So far, they haven't been able to do that. And there's not really been a lot of chances to make big plays in the passing game.
No, and we've seen a couple of DJ Stevenson, deep balls just fall outside of the grasp of Marquise Green. So they have taken a couple shots. They did get a pass interference in the end zone to set up 1st and goal previously, but you're right. This explosive offense over the last couple of years has largely been held in check by this Buchanan defense tonight.
The Bears will punt on 4th down. Gonzalez takes the punt and goes nowhere, but that's where Central's going to take over at the 29.
I expected Central to really utilize more quick game, more of the bubble game, more of the slant game, more just let DJ Stevenson get the ball in the shotgun and find athletes in space. We'll see if Kyle Biggs incorporates some of that in this 2-minute offense right now. Get the ball out quick, give your guys some room to run, and try to move this ball down the football field.
Cordenberry at running back, 3 receivers in. Stevenson nearly had it picked. The defender over there jumped the route, and he thought he knew where it was going to be, and he was very close. Robert Johnson, the junior.
Yeah, man, reading eyes, it's not 3-step because he's in the shotgun, it's just 1 step. As soon as that hand comes off the ball, Robert Johnson was flying downhill, and Central is lucky that he's not celebrating in the end zone right now with the pick 6.
And we've had that both sides recently. Conley on the other side had an opportunity. Stevenson gonna run, but he's dragged down from behind as he gets across the 30-yard line. Jacob Bang on the tackle.
Yeah, nowhere really to go with the football. Stevens just trying to pick up as much as he can and try to pick up this third down conversion.
Well, Stevenson just can't get away. Now he's not finding those open lanes to run. 4th down. Clock is running. Central might just let the clock run out.
Yeah, I would have called timeout if I were Buchanan and made them punt the ball again. I already have a block, so I would have made them do it again, but let the clock run out. Buchanan gets the ball to start the second half.
The second quarter was sponsored by Lithia Subaru, committed to excellence. We are at halftime. 21-14, Buchanan takes the lead to the locker room on Central's home field. The halftime show is brought to you by Xfinity, delivering the fastest internet speeds in Fresno. Learn more at xfinity.com/X5. And now to take us through halftime, the great Kevin Miller.
Ralph, you are too kind. Appreciate that, and welcome to the Xfinity Halftime Report. And we typically start with our scholar athlete, namely the Vince Wesson scholar athlete. And our senior of distinction tonight is none other than number 8, QB1, DJ Stevenson. And as you can tell, I'm all by myself right now because DJ is chalking it up with Coach Biggs right now. DJ, carrying a 3.2 GPA, is leading his squad. That big comeback against Clovis High, he's taking care of business. He's the busiest man on the field right now. So we appreciate and honor him. He is our very first recipient of this Legacy Award, and he is eligible for a $3,000 scholarship. The Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete, the Scholarship Award, sponsored by Wendy's, who has that great breakfast and reminds you it's so good you want to tell someone about it. So we're telling everyone about DJ Stevenson, our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete of the Week. And we're going to continue with some more Xfinity Halftime Report. And I had a chance to talk with JB O'Neill. And you know what, Ralph? Real quick, we're going to go back to you. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, we'll talk about the first half a little bit with Cam here. 21-14, Buchanan with the lead. What are you seeing that's surprising you? I would say a lot of things, probably.
Yeah, I think the fact that Buchanan defensively, they've done a really good job against some very explosive weapons on the central side of the football. DJ Stevenson, really all of the offense for Central tonight. And Buchanan, Jaden Mandel, man, just really a sophomore starting his second varsity game. I think we saw a star emerge tonight, has just totally been in control of this Buchanan offense, finding the deep ball, being accurate in the short game, getting out of trouble, really just one scramble mistake. But this guy has done it all for Buchanan tonight. He's the reason why they're up 21-14.
Let me ask you about playing football in the spring. I mean, this is spring football at maybe its most effective because you're playing actual games.
Yeah, these guys have been waiting to play football for so long. I mean, we see it, so much effort, so much intensity, so much physicality. Guys have been itching to play, and they finally have their opportunity and trying to take advantage.
I'm wondering about the guys who maybe are not playing. A lot of guys are saying, yeah, I'm going to play baseball. I'm going to do this, going to do that. You got to just make up your own mind, right, for what's best for you.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of decisions that athletes had to make this year that they just hadn't had to make before.
All right, let's send it back down to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Ralph. Well, welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. This is our Educator Spotlight, brought to you by the Institute of Technology where careers begin. And we have our Central East High School principal, Mr. Brad Edmonds. Brad, how you doing this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing very well, and thanks for hosting us. And of course, for Buchanan High School, Mr. Joe Aiello. Joe, how's it going?
Great, Kevin. Thanks for having us.
All right, thanks for being here. And Brad, this is your first year as principal of Central East. Kind of a unique year, huh? How are things going so far?
They're going great. You know, it's a little bit of a challenge, but amazing staff doing a great job, just stepping up and getting these kids learning. So
yeah, your staff and students so resilient. And I know that there's some wonderful things happening. What's trending now on the Central East campus?
what's trending now is we're really excited to come back on the 19th of April. Also, we got approved for an outdoor graduation, which will be happening on the 7th through the 10th, so we're excited about that. Some of our clubs have been really stepping up during the pandemic. Our NAMI Club, which is the National Alliance of Mental Health, doing a lot of amazing things in the community, as well as our leadership. We had a week of giving where we donated to SPCA and gave blood, so among other things. It's been an amazing team.
Yeah, even in the midst of being virtual, you have made that impact on our community. We appreciate that, Brad. Thanks for having us. And Joe, every kickoff, we hear about how Clovis Unified is educating our students mind, body, and spirit. And you're doing some remarkable things. What's trending now in Bear Nation?
You know, Kevin, we're very lucky. We've had kids back on campus since February and 2 days a week, and we're moving forward to try to get kids on 4 days a week. So it's a lot of conversations throughout our entire district. But at Buchanan, kind of like Brad talked about, we have a lot of clubs and academic teams being really active. We had the Fresno County Science Fair sweepstakes winner, Pregame Humble, and so he's going to state, so we're excited about that. Our Science Olympiad is moving forward to state. History Day is moving forward to state. And we're just so proud of our kids and the resiliency they've had this year, because it's been different. And so our teachers have worked really hard. The entire Bear Nation community has come together to make it a great experience for our kids. And we have some great events lined up for our seniors and our whole student body for the rest of the year. So we're very excited, and it's so great to have kids back on campus.
Yeah, and it's so encouraging. We appreciate that testimony from both of you, just about our communities, our kids, our parents, all coming together to do what's best for all. So thank you very much, Joe Aiello from Buchanan High School and Brad Edmonds from Central East. Fantastic job, our educator spotlight. And we're going to continue with our Xfinity halftime report. And this week I had a chance to talk with JB O'Neill, Les Schwab tire manager. Let's see what he had to say. Welcome to the Xfinity halftime report, and we are here for our Les Schwab spotlight featuring our Les Schwab manager JB O'Neill here at the Shaw and 99 store area manager. How are you doing?
Doing great. Good to be back.
All right, it's good to have you. And this is through the magic of the CW television. We have been transported to your location, and we appreciate that. And you know, when we walk in, so spacious, so welcoming, so efficient, what can a customer expect with their visit to Les Schwab Tires?
Well, we always try to greet them out in the lot so they know that they're welcome to come anytime and get them in and out as quick as we can. So that, like I said, being efficient and just taking care of our customers' needs.
Certainly up and running and safety guidelines in full effect. You know, one of the things about Les Schwab is they're always giving back to the community. We've gone through some hardships, some challenging times. Share with us how you have given back during these COVID times.
Yeah, we've had a lot of sponsorships and things that we've done to raise money for the community, for Valley Children's, and again, with the community coming in and supporting us during these tough times, they've kept us going, and it's nice to get back and get back with Friday Night Rivals to say thank you.
Speaking of up and running, you got a new store in Fresno County, yeah?
We do, over on Nice in Blackstone. A brand new store, been open since beginning of December.
Okay, and typically we're talking in the fall. Now it's spring. We have fall sale. You probably got a tire sale going on, right, JB?
Oh, we got the best prices on tires that I've ever seen. So come in and check them out, and check out our new store over on Nice.
Okay, and such a selection. You got to check it out. So we talked about the spirit of the community and giving, the partnership with Friday Night Rivals. We greatly appreciate. What is the inspiration from Les Schwab to be involved with Friday Night Rivals?
Oh, you know, it's great to have our 9th year, I believe, right?
You got it.
And to have the community out here, it's just awesome that we have the special season for the kids, and everybody's getting back out into the sports and football. It's awesome.
You bet, and it's good to be back. This is trailblazing stuff, JB. We are halftime live, yet on location. Shaw 99, Les Schwab stores everywhere. JB, the man, the myth, the legend. And we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. It's 24-14. Buchanan with the lead over Central. We're looking forward to the second half. What kind of adjustments do you see maybe?
Well, I think Central has to get some kind of passing game going. They have to try to give DJ Stevenson a little bit more time. They haven't really been able to establish any sort of run game other than the quarterback run game, and that's really been it for Central tonight. So try to get the ball out quick, get DJ Stevenson in a little bit of a passing rhythm, and then let those athletes work in space.
Any surprises so far?
Jaden Mandel, the sophomore quarterback. I know I keep talking about him, but he's been so impressive. Not just his command of this offense, not just his physical ability, but his ability to distribute the football accurately and make the right decisions when he has to make a decision. He's been extremely impressive tonight.
Yeah, Mandel's 9 of 11, 114 yards and 3 touchdowns, and we still have another half of football to go. We'll be back with more after this.
Welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. We have a special opportunity right now to celebrate again the life of Vince Wesson. Sadly, he passed from us in this past August, and we honor him, a man who impacted all of us. He was for the people, of the people, and now a loving tribute to our colleague, our teammate, our friend, Vince Wesson.
When Vince walked in a room, there was no doubt who was in charge. And if you couldn't find him, all you had to do is just wait a few seconds and listen for his laugh. Oh, Vince is over here.
I've known Vince for almost 40 years. He was in high school when I first came here as a sportscaster, and I followed him then to Fresno State.
Someone dies suddenly like that, it just blows you away. And Vince was such a great guy. He had that giant smile, legendary Bulldog, legendary Clovis West Golden Eagle, the things he did. But I love about Vince is he loved our community. He stayed here and put right back into it.
You got to love the guy. He was just always smiling, always positive, always trying to make good things happen.
You know, I know this might sound cliche, but his smile, his demeanor, his energy.
Got my ball, I'm ready for this.
His passion for all things related to the young athletes coming up in our valley and how he can help.
The one thing that bonded Vince and I from the very beginning is that we said, if we're going to put together this basketball championship, it has to look like an NC2A tournament.
It was his idea to put these games on television, and he absolutely thrived in those games. He was a great partner on the air. For 10 years, we sat side by side in press boxes all over the valley and did games we were looking forward to next year.
It just flew, didn't it? Wasn't it our first game, Madera versus Madera South? Wasn't that yesterday? 10 years, and we are having fun, and it's going to be great fun tonight.
I knew that he was going in for surgery on last Wednesday. I told him he'd have our prayers. And then I was supposed to call him on Friday, but couldn't get through to him. And then I got the word today. He's just a guy that cared about a lot of people.
I think he's going to be remembered as someone that was instrumental in bringing high school to the next level. I mean, to make these kids feel like they were part of the big time.
He was working behind the scenes for us to try to get football in one venue. And it's been a very tough road, but he was starting to make some inroads.
He was just amazing. If he is not in the Fresno County Athletic Hall of Fame in short order, something's wrong. He belongs there.
Rest in peace, V-Dub. You're the best. To the family, my prayers, condolences, of course. V-Dub, you will never be forgotten, buddy. Never.
Tease him when I saw that video of him playing Clovis West, you know, his uniform, it looks so much like USC. Yeah. And he was such a big Notre Dame fan that I used to tease him a lot about that. You sure somebody was trying to tell you something, you know? Those are the colors. But he was a real Notre Dame fan and a real Bulldog fan, a Dodger fan. And he and I had that in common. And he was just, he was a lot of fun to be around. And he was bigger than the room when he came in.
Yeah, and he's left a legacy. This broadcast,
Yes.
The section championships at Selland Arena are one of the greatest high school events that I've ever seen put on. To give kids in the Central Valley the opportunity to play at Selland Arena, this historic venue, he was a huge part of that. The Central Valley athletes are better off because Vince Wesson was a part of the Central Valley.
Yeah, and he will continue to be a part of everything that we do with these telecasts because, as I said, this was kind of his brainchild, and he got the ball rolling and made sure that everything was going to happen, and it was all about these young student athletes. Yep. You know, he just wanted the best for them. Back downstairs to Kevin Miller.
All right, thanks, Ralph. Talking with the coaches first for Coach Giordano, he said there are just two keys, finish and finish. And with Coach Biggs, it's about execution and can we block somebody, anybody, and he also sends his love to the Vince Wesson family. There's a good second half in store, guys. Let's buckle up. Game 1, season 11, or 10.5. Let's do this. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. The third quarter is sponsored by Bowman Associates Insurance Company. Protect your crops, protect your livelihood. And here's another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students' mind, body, and spirit. A bloop pooch kick. Fair catch called for at the 35-yard line. The ball was taken in by Kyle Sanchez. So pretty good field position for Buchanan to start off.
Yeah, you know, just fair catch the kickoff, start at the 36-yard line, no problem. Good execution, just catch the ball, secure it, and we're starting off in good field position, and we'll see what Buchanan does in the second half. Jaden Mandel has established that he can run this offense, see if they keep the ball on the ground, try to stay physical, or they unleash him a little bit.
And you saw the jump, and there comes the flag.
Dead ball, encroachment, 5-yard penalty, still, first down.
Flag on the play is sponsored by Reedley College, celebrating 95 years of student success.
Josh Allen alumnus, doing some big things in the NFL now.
I love the way he plays football.
Oh man, so fun to watch.
So it's 1st and 5 after the penalty. Mandel wanted to go deep. Now he's going to take off on that far side. Has a first down and runs out of bounds at the 48.
So again, in control. They tried to run that same route they hit on the sideline to Arroyo earlier, that fake slant, kind of a wheel route behind the defense. That time Central picked it up, so Mandel scrambled, bought himself some time, was able to get out of bounds and pick up a first down.
So it's a 1st and 10, sponsored by JR Sports, ramming over the competition.
Oh.
And a bust. Look out. Oh, dragged down from behind, a tackle to save the touchdown as Rogers was headed to the end zone.
Man, I mean, we've seen Caden Rogers run physically tonight, but he got a little crease and he hit the Jets. I mean, big-time acceleration, put his foot down, was able to break a couple tackles, pick up a big-time first down. Buchanan's rolling. Hey, keep it on the ground, control the tempo, but they are now trying to cash one in and extend this lead.
It's another Giant 1st and 10 brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Join the Giant family today by visiting cos.edu. That play pushed the ball into the Toyota red zone. Mandel looking to throw. Looking. That was his safety valve, incomplete. Not able to find anybody open in the end zone.
Yeah, good job by Central. They were manned up on first down, extra guys in the box, so really tight coverage in the secondary. We talked about Sahota before the game. Good job on Hayden Peterson, the speedster, and Mandel had nowhere to go with the football. But, hey, good play by the sophomore. Nobody's open. Don't try to force anything. Get rid of the football. Incompletion, line up for second down. I don't usually talk this good about quarterbacks, Ralph. It's a little bit odd. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, this one's been impressive tonight.
Very much so.
2nd and 10 from about the 15. Another throw, there's pressure, he gets away from it, has receivers open, incomplete. Nearly had that one picked off. Looked like he had receivers beyond that defender, but the ball's knocked down and incomplete, so it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get it to Caden Rogers, who was open, but second snap in a row. Central, they're playing physical man press coverage on the outside. They're challenging these Buchanan receivers and forcing Mandel to move off of his initial read. If the first guy isn't open, he's going to have to find somebody else, and they've done a good job pressuring him the first couple of downs of this first down set and getting the ball out of his hands for incompletions.
4 receivers in for Buchanan on 3rd and 10. Here comes pressure, passes away and knocked down. Great defensive play over there. I think that was Bubba Carter just showing me Jaden Bonds. Let's see which one, 21 or 22, gets the hand in. Yeah, it's going to be 22.
A little bit of pressure. I think 21 got just a little pop on it, but 22 is the one who made the play. A little pressure, got the ball to Mandel Sal, and just good coverage. Big pickup by Buchanan, but good job by Central to hold and force a field goal.
And the field goal attempt is no good. So Buchanan turned away without points on a drive that had reached the 15.
Yeah, a couple of runs to start the drive, or a scramble by Mandel, a big-time run by Rogers, and then 3 straight incompletions by this Buchanan offense, and Central forces the missed field goal. Big-time stop. You give up the ball to get to your 15 as a defense, and you're able to get off the football field. That's a good job by Central not allowing points on that drive.
The reaction I get over at the Buchanan side is they thought maybe that kick was good.
It looked like it to me, but we have a weird angle from here. It looked good to me, but hey, the officials are right underneath the uprights.
Gonzalez stepped out of bounds across the 25 at about the 27-yard line. Now here's tonight's cheer challenge, sponsored by Les Schwab Tires. This is Cam's first involvement with the cheer challenge.
They were rolling.
Oh, this gets crazy sometimes.
Jamming.
They have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of fun doing that too.
They're hyped.
Like Buchanan got the cheer challenge tonight.
They are hyped.
Another low snap. Stevenson goes down to get it. The pass is complete. But not much there defensively. Harrison Kalpakoff.
Yeah, good job by Stevenson just getting that ball up off the ground and getting it to a receiver for a completion. Lost a few yards, but this is what I expected out of Central. Get the ball out of his hands quick. Find some receivers in space. That time timing was a little bit off, but there is a lot of room on the perimeter of this Buchanan defense. You have to find it.
4-man rush. Stevenson will keep it right up the middle. Has the first down. Spins across the 35 out to the 38.
Because that's what that allows. You know, you spread them out, you hit the perimeter a couple times, you loosen up the defense in the middle, and then you give the ball to your best weapon tonight, DJ Stevenson, to pick up the first down.
And it's another Giant 1st and 10, brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Join the Giant family by visiting cos.edu. Stevenson was peeking at the guy who was going to blitz, and I think he made up his mind he's going to go. Picked up about 6.
Yeah, I don't know if he checked that or not. Usually when the defense creeps down into the box and adds a guy, you try to get the ball to the perimeter. If they have the numbers advantage in the box, we're going to throw the ball. If we have the numbers advantage in the box, we're going to run it. That time, DJ Stevenson just said, hey, I'm going to run away from the blitz, and I'm going to pick up 7 yards on first down.
Pressured again, dumps it off, incomplete. Rogers was the one applying the heat in the backfield, and he had to get rid of the ball to avoid a huge loss.
Good timing by this Buchanan defense. 2nd and short, bring some extra guys, expecting a run. It looked like Central was actually trying to set up a screen there, but no time to even allow that to develop. DJ Stevenson just had to throw that one away.
We're talking a lot about the Bears quarterback, but I'll tell you, the defense of Buchanan has really come up big tonight.
Yeah, keeping these big athletes in check.
And they pressured him, flushed him out of the pocket again, but he gets across midfield and picks up another first down. So a big conversion by Stevenson.
You know, if you're Buchanan defensively, you live with that, right? You live with DJ Stevenson scrambling to pick up the first down. They're not executing. They're not beating you physically on the perimeter. DJ Stevenson is just picking up some yards, but Buchanan doing a very good job defending this offense.
Another giant 1st and 10 brought to you by College of the Sequoias, and the first down pass is low and incomplete.
Quick game coming out. These Buchanan DBs are locked in. As soon as Stevenson's hand comes off that ball, they're breaking downhill. If he lets one slip, if one a little bit high or a little bit wide, there's going to be a Buchanan body there to pick that one off.
Stevenson's listed at 6'3", 190. Looking to throw, pulls it back down. Now he's dumping it off. Has a receiver inside the 40 down the sideline. About the 35, and that's where Braylon Hall was run out of bounds.
Yeah, great job by DJ Stevenson. Looked like he was going to take off. He stepped up into the pocket, thought about running with it, but then found his receiver and got an accurate football into his hands for a first down. Really composed quarterback, able to move the sticks.
You can live tweet Kevin Miller at hashtag FNR Fresno to vote on Player of the Game, brought to you by Donald P. Dick. This time Stevenson carries it to the 30. Picked up about 5. Second and 5. Gaines Smith in the backfield now alongside the quarterback, Stevenson. Well, here comes pressure by Buchanan. The pass is away, and it's complete. Great move at the 20, inside the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Braylon Hall. That touchdown is sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
We talked about it all night. Get the ball out of your hands quick, DJ Stevenson. Get the ball in the hands of your explosive athletes and let them go to work. And we see Braylon Hall make a couple guys miss. Just an easy slant route picked up and then taken into the end zone.
The extra point no good, so that could loom large. It's a 1-point game. Buchanan keeps the lead. We'll be back with more right after this. (21-20). Buchanan with the lead thanks to a special teams play. The Bears blocked the extra point, and let's see who got it. Breaking in, looks like Josiah Aon, number 8.
Yeah, Robert Johnson would have scooped that one up and scored too, but
he was off to the races.
High school football, you can't do that. I need to brush up on my high school football rules. I thought that was going to be returned for 2 points, but apparently, yeah.
All right, here's another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students in mind, body, and spirit. Another short kick. And taken and run out of bounds across the 35. Back downstairs to Kevin Miller.
Some good news courtesy of the Central High Grizzlies. 'Tis always the season to be giving, and so much so that the second week of March, they had an entire week of giving. And Principal Brad Edmondson, he mentioned that earlier. On Monday, they began the blood drive to donate to the Central California Blood Center. On Tuesday, it was a donation drive to Valley Children's Hospital in commemoration of Kids Day. On Wednesday, donations were made by the community to the Central California SPCA. On Thursday, they made virtual cards for patients at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And then on Friday, it was celebration of seniors with a drive-through breakfast. All safety guidelines were observed, and it was Adopt a Senior campaign via Facebook. Some great things are happening. That's some good news, courtesy of the Central High Grizzlies. Let's keep that conversation going at hashtag FNR Fresno. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Kevin. The caught made over there by Hayden Peterson, but he is not getting up. It's another Giant 1st and 10 brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Join the Giant family by visiting cos.edu.
That looks like a cramp. Hayden Peterson going both ways tonight, catching the football and just that calf tightening up on those calf cramps are not fun either.
No, I love it when I hear some guy say, oh, it's just a cramp. Have you had one?
Not fun.
Well, he's going deep again, has a receiver out there, caught in stride, inside the 15, down near the 10, and finally taken down. Is that Aon again? Yes, it is.
And, you know, we talked about Central athletes before the game getting behind the Buchanan defense, but it's been these Buchanan receivers get behind the Central defense, and Jade Mandel, another ball on the money. A post route against Sahota, who we talked about being one of the lockdown corners of the Central secondary. Aon getting open for a big-time big-time game for 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's another Giant 1st and 10 brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Rogers, the ball carrier, pushes his way down inside the 5 and deep in the Toyota red zone.
Yes, spread that defense out, and then when you get in the red zone, try to pound the rock. And we've seen Rogers do that a few times tonight. Now let's see. Hayden Peterson caught a touchdown earlier on a motion play where he got free. We'll see if Buchanan tries to scheme something up or they just try to pound the rock.
Give it to Rogers, and he'll be dropped in the backfield. Nice defensive play by Central's Jeff Armstrong.
Yeah, nice play. You know, trying to run to the perimeter against a defense like Central has. It just has so much speed. They can run things down, and they did a really good job penetrating that time and tackling Rogers in the backfield.
Fans, be sure to join us next Friday night for the game between the Kerman Lions and the Selma Bears. That's right here on the Central Valley CW59. Sniffing down near that goal line. That's Euling. They'll spot it at the 1.
Oh, good timeout, Kyle Biggs.
Biggs taking the timeout with his defense standing in the end zone.
They tried to sub a big body in there and run a guy off, and it looked like they were totally cut out of position. So good timeout, save this down. 4th down inside the 1-yard line. This is big time football. It's power football right now.
All right after this game, stay tuned for Whose Line Is It Anyway, and then Penn and Teller. That's coming up on the CW59. So now Buchanan knocking on the door. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Clinging to a 1-point lead, but threatening.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's really tough for a defense to protect when you have Big Gavin Nelson leading the way. You have Jaden Mandel, a big quarterback. You have Caden Rogers, a big physical running back. You know, picking up 1 yard, you just need a little crease. So Central, pack them in, try to add an extra body into the box, and Buchanan, see if you can power your way into the end zone.
4th and goal from the 1. See if they give it to Rogers. No, they'll try and sneak it in, and I don't know. Well, the push continues. No sign yet.
And that whole pile looked like it was in the end zone.
There it is. There's the signal for the touchdown. So Mandel's done it all tonight. 3 touchdown passes, now a touchdown run. That touchdown sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop. Yeah, everybody was pushing and pushing and pushing. And it was close.
It was close. Initially, that was not a touchdown, but Buchanan just kept on pushing. were able to find some way to get that ball over the goal line. I don't think he made it by much, but that ball just needs to cross that white stripe, and it's 6 points.
And the extra point is good, so the Bears extend their lead here on the road at Central, 28-20, just under 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, you know, we saw Central get into a little bit of a rhythm on that last drive. DJ Stevenson getting the ball out quick, getting the ball to his weapons. We saw the freshman Braylon Hall make a couple guys miss and get into the end zone. That's the blueprint. DJ Stevenson's not going to run the ball, get the ball out quick, get easy reads so these receivers can just run short routes, deliver an accurate football, and then let those guys go to work. Let them use that athleticism, try to make these Buchanan defenders miss. It was a recipe for success on that last drive, and we'll see if Central can keep that going.
Central had scored a touchdown to get within one, but then it took only about 3 minutes for Buchanan to answer. The big play was the long pass to Aon from Mandel. A lot of work going on right there on that sideline. This is just amazing nowadays to see the technology, how they just immediately see what happened.
Yeah, we used to have to flip through pages of shots, just shots, not video, shots on the sideline of the NFL. These guys are looking at big screen TVs, but much easier to make adjustments when you can watch it on TV.
Another Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students in mind, body, and spirit. That'll be a touchback. So the Grizzlies getting ready to send that offense back out on the field. Down 8.
Yeah, make those reads easy for DJ Stevenson. Let him get the ball out quick. Don't allow Buchanan's pressure to get him off the spot. Let him stand in the pocket, deliver accurate footballs, because when he's done that tonight, he has had success.
Josiah Lindsay is the running back in the backfield. Low snap again. Gets it off to Lindsay somehow. Out close to the 25. He has had to go down and get some low snaps tonight, hasn't he?
He has. I don't know how he was able to hand that ball off, grabbing that ball off the turf and getting it into Lindsay's hands. He's just done a good job just handling those snaps on the turf, let alone everything else DJ Stevenson has had to handle tonight.
Stevenson dumps it off, and it's dropped. That was Hall, who had the touchdown last time. Trying to take off before he secured it.
That's exactly right. He was looking at that end zone again, that north end zone down there that he just scored in, make a couple guys miss and try to do the same thing. Just have to secure that football. Once again, Buchanan getting DJ Stevenson off his spot, forcing him to scramble and try and deliver an accurate football on the run.
And another big third down play for Central. And may have drawn the penalty. There's the flag, sponsored by Reedley College, celebrating 95 years of student success.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Our referee tonight is Chuck Calvert. Carlos Torres is the umpire. Head linesman is Isaiah Lopez. The line judge is Scott Hammock. And the back judge is Troy Rogers.
Doing a good job tonight. Well officiated game.
No plays to talk about, right?
Very
That's the way you want it.
Exactly.
Now Stevenson picking his way through that interior defense and flipped right at about the 40. That should be enough for another first down.
Yeah, that quarterback power, sending an extra blocker in front of DJ Stevenson and just letting DJ Stevenson pick his way through this Buchanan defense. Pull that big guard, let him get out in front, and then DJ Stevenson does a good job of reading that block and finding some space, picking up a first down for the Central offense.
Good open field tackle by Peterson. But it is another giant 1st and 10, brought to you by College of the Sequoias. And that pass is hauled in over on the far side. Nice catch made by Felix. Noe Felix, and there is a flag. Check that, no penalty.
True, a freshman Noel Felix father of the same name, Noel Felix.
Noel
He's played
Felix,
basketball at Fresno State.
Remember him well.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the blitz. So Stevenson's going to take off with it. Ran right past him as he was heading one way, they were going the other. He's going to pick up another Giant 1st and 10. Brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Join the Giant family by visiting cos.edu.
If you can, second and short, Buchanan likes to blitz. That time, Central had the quarterback draw called, and DJ Stevenson doesn't run into his own receiver. He picks up more yardage, but another first down for the Central offense.
Stevenson looked like he wanted to run even before he got the snap, and he's not going to go far. Stood up and stopped Jeffrey Rango. He secured the tackle for Buchanan. They'll give him forward progress back to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, quick game just wasn't there, so Stevenson tries to tuck it and run, and very disciplined approach by this Buchanan defense tonight, and another example of that, just playing your leverage, keeping that ball on your inside shoulder, accelerating through contact, and tackling a really big physical athlete.
4 receivers set. Stevenson stepping up in the pocket. Now he's going to run again. Inside the 40 to the 38.
He doesn't look like he's really running that hard or fast or, physically, but he picks up big chunks of yards. It kind of reminds me of, Randy Moss didn't look like he was ever running fast, but he was eating up ground better
Nobody
than
caught him.
anybody else that you saw. And DJ Stevenson's the same way, just really smooth, but eating up chunks of yardage.
Stevenson this time unloads the throw, and going down to get it while sliding on the turf is Braylon Hall. Nice catch by Hall for another Giant 1st and 10, brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Join the Giant family by visiting cos.edu.
Yeah, good for the freshman. Dropped one on the previous drive. Was able to bring that one home. A tough catch too on 3rd down to move the sticks.
Stevenson liked what he saw over that left side, and there's what you're talking about. Pushing the pile, picked up 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, just moving forward, keeping his legs pumping, using his big frame. 6'3", he looks a little slender from up here, but 6'3", 190. That's a big high school athlete. That's a physical kid, and you can see it when he finishes runs. He's a strong young athlete.
Stevenson, there's the screen, and it was deflected.
Oh, man.
And that could have gone, couldn't it? That had some room. Cyrus Lowe, I think, got a hand on it.
Yeah, Marion Gaines-Smith probably running into the end zone right about now. He had the entire offensive line out in front of him, ready to block some defenders.
Yeah, number 63 got his right hand on it for the deflection, and it's incomplete. He had blockers and a convoy.
Yep, convoy to the end zone. Good job by Buchanan knocking that one down. Big time 3rd down here.
3rd down, here comes the blitz. Takes the snap inside the 20, down inside the 15. And there Stevenson goes again into the Toyota red zone. And another Giant 1st and 10.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? If they're not going to stop DJ Stevenson in this quarterback power game, just keep running it until they do. Another 1st down and getting closer to 6.
Stevenson to the 10. He came dangerously close right there to going down to one knee to field that snap.
Yeah, I don't know how a 6'3" guy is getting down that low and snagging a football off the turf and then actually getting up and doing something with it, whether it's giving it to his running back or stepping up and throwing it or getting into behind a blocker. Really impressive just the way he's operated in this offense tonight.
Whistle stopped that play, and that turned out to be the end of the 3rd quarter. The 3rd quarter was sponsored by Bowman & Associates Insurance Company. Protect your crops, protect your livelihood. Now The Grizzlies are knocking on the door when we come back for quarter number 4. Stay with us. The fourth quarter is sponsored by Midland Tractor. Team Midland, equipment solutions guaranteed. Here we are in a busy press box tonight with the Grizzlies knocking on the door. Stevenson keeps it on 3rd and 5, gets about 3 or 4.
Definitely 4-down territory if you're Central and Kyle Biggs. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if the ball stays in DJ Stevenson's hands for a couple more runs, or unless they pick up this first down on this 3rd down conversion.
Stevenson's going to run up the middle, close to the goal line. He will have a first down inside the 5 to about the 2. So 1st and goal in the Toyota red zone. Some blockers in the backfield. And following them into the end zone, not Stevenson, but that was Aiden Fortenberry who came in and did the direct snap. Another Wildcat down near the goal line.
Yeah, 2 for 2, 2 Wildcat plays for Central tonight, 2 touchdowns, just big bodies in front of a big running back. Amarion Smith gains Smith earlier. That time Fortenberry in behind those big bodies, and now it's decision time. Are we kicking the extra point or are we going for 2? I expect my guy Kyle Biggs to go for 2 right here and try this thing up.
Touchdown was sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop. Grizzlies need the 2-point conversion to tie this game. Stevenson's going to throw to the corner of the end zone, up for grabs, and there's going to be a flag in the end zone. I think that's going to go against Buchanan.
Yeah, we saw a pass interference in the end zone earlier that I didn't think had a lot of contact. That was pretty clear. That
pass interference on the defense. Pass it to the goal. Repeat, untimed down.
And Felix almost caught it anyway.
He's only a freshman. When he's a senior, he's going to be hopping like his dad, I'm pretty sure, because he got up right there, a young kid. So now it's, hey, big bodies again inside the 1, see what the Central offense can do.
All right, it's another direct snap. Is that Gaines Smith who is in? Whoever it is in, and it's a 2-pointer. Yeah, Gaines Smith this time. So he gets the 2-point conversion, and guess what? Just under 11 minutes to go. We are tied at 28.
I mean, just like we expected, right? This is going to come down to, and you said it earlier, this might come down to who has the ball last.
Who has it last?
A bad snap, and Gaines Smith is able to handle that one and get into the end zone to pick up that 2-point conversion. Man, well-played game on both sides. I mean, we've talked about a few mistakes, but not a lot of mistakes for a high school football game. A couple of penalties, the 1 block punt, no turnovers, no real big errors on either side of the ball. Just well-executed football. DJ Stevenson running the ball in the quarterback power game for Central. Jaden Mandel finding receivers down the field, and Caden Rogers running physically for this Buchanan offense. Right back to 0-0 with 10:57 left.
Fans, you can catch a replay of tonight's game. Just head over to YouTube and search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59. Click on the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week. And this looks like it's going to be one worth watching again. Yeah, 11 minutes to go to decide this one. Here's a Clovis Unified School District kickoff. Clovis Unified, where they are educating students in mind, body, and spirit. This time the kick is away, taken at the 10. across the 20 out to about the 24-yard line. Travis Sweat sent it down to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Normally during the fourth quarter, I'm up in the student section asking the Grizzlies, what's good about being a Grizzly? Alas, there's not a student section, but we still have the voices of the Grizzly. Ganiv, a sophomore, said being a Grizzly means being included in a diverse environment with lots of other students. Perrin, she's a freshman. She said being a Grizzly means being a part of a large community that is very inclusive and diverse when it comes to its students and administrators. Samantha, a senior, said being a Grizzly means unity and diversity. Bella, a senior, said being a Grizzly is supported and celebrated for all your hard work and accomplishments. And of course, Damien, senior, ASB president, said being a Grizzly means being the best school in the Valley. Enough said. That's what's good about being a Grizzly. Ralph, Cam, back to you. That's what's good.
And that's all Kevin.
Kevin gets me hype, man.
That's why we love him.
He gets me hype. I'm ready to go.
Nice play by the defense there to sniff out the trick play. Arroyo, the ball carrier, on the end around, coming back toward the near side. You know, I noticed Kevin has now gone to the parka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice jacket. I don't know what the temperature is down there. I don't think is that cold.
Supposed to get in the 40s. I mean,
okay.
When we do these things during the season, we start the games. We should be wearing tank tops because it's so hot, you know, when we start. And by the time we get to the championship game around Thanksgiving, we're all in parkas and gloves and knit caps as that pass is incomplete.
Central just, the energy on that sideline went up quite a bit after that two-point conversion.
Yeah, and they just made a defensive stand, and they're going to get the ball back for the offense.
Tie game, and this is a championship program. Really the defending Division I state champion. There hasn't been one since they won it back in 2019. 15-0 season. With Kyle Biggs at the helm. This is a championship program. These are championship times. Fourth quarter tie game against a very good football team. This Central program knows how to turn up to win these type of games. They've done it for years under Kyle Biggs, and we see an example of this, tying it up in the fourth quarter and getting a big stop.
The punt dies at the 31. That's where the Grizzlies will take over on offense in a tie game. Tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. Where are those smiling faces tonight? Covered up by masks.
I just like to act like everybody's smiling.
Everybody is
mask, right?
smiling.
Everybody's just having a good time.
This is where the eyes tell the story. They're smiling. Thank you to our Smile Can group. Now here we go. Stevenson going to be hit and dropped for a loss of a yard. That time they didn't bite. The defense was there.
Yeah, really. I mean, both of these defenses, if anything is slow developing, these defenses are going to, you know, they have the ability to run them down. That time we saw DJ Stevenson kind of run a draw, stand up like he was going to throw the football, and then run it, and ran down, chased down immediately by this Buchanan defense. And I think Hayden Peterson had a little blood or something, had to go off the field.
Yeah, Peterson went out. The official sent him off the field. Second and 11. Lindsay took it out to the 35. And here's another key third down play.
Yeah, good pickup. I mean, you want a manageable third down, about 3rd and 6. You know, it's really been quick game, or it's been DJ Stevenson using his legs tonight for Central, especially in these critical situations. We'll see if they go back to that well again.
Yeah, Stevenson's going to keep it and lunges forward. He's going to be 2 yards short of the first down. So you would think at that field position on 4th and 2, you would think the Grizzlies will kick it away.
I mean,
still 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Kyle Biggs is a quarterback, Ralph. You know that. He likes to keep his offense on the field. He trusts those guys. Those are his guys. He's very aggressive on 4th down. He's been that way his whole career as a coach.
Here we go. Stevenson has the first down as he breaks through that first line of defenders out to the 44-yard line.
You have a 6'3", 190-pound quarterback who just runs people over. It's easy to make that call on 4th and 2. Once again, put a blocker in front of DJ Stevenson and let him pick up that first down.
Hands it to McDowell coming to the near side. He's wrapped up and dropped after a gain of about 1 yard. Stay tuned for the post-game wrap-up and the Donald P. Dick player of the game. That's coming up after tonight's football game.
I've been really impressed with the Buchanan speed defensively. They've pretty much run everything down going to the sideline, whether it's the linebacking core, whether it's their secondary. They've done a really good job of negating these central athletes.
Yeah, Logan Stutt, number 34, is in the backfield on that play. But it's going to be very close to a first down, about 1 yard short at the 47.
Yeah, just moving the pile, putting his head down, moving the pile, which he will probably do right here to pick up this 3rd down conversion, a low quarterback power, line up on first down again, keep executing your offense.
Going to stumble across the 40 down near the 35-yard line. It's going to be another giant first down. That giant first down is brought to you by College of the Sequoias. Join the Giant family by visiting cos.edu. When the clock is running down to 6 minutes now. We're taking a lot of time here. Here comes the count from the back judge. Got it off in time, and that ball was deflected again. So incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good job by Buchanan defensively. You know, when Stevenson comes up that little one-step drop and takes his hand off the ball, these defenders aren't trying to get to the quarterback. They're stopping their rush, and they're getting their hands up to try to knock one down, and that's another pass deflection tonight for this Buchanan defense.
Jacob Bang looked like the guy who batted that one down on 2nd and 10. Oh, that's nearly picked off. That was room serviced to Cyrus Lowe.
Oh, man, just trying to place that ball. You know, when you're swinging the golf club and you just try to place the ball on the green. You try to
like a shot put here.
There. Yeah, he's just trying to guide this ball to his receiver. Just throw that thing. Cal Biggs told him at that play, throw the ball, use your athleticism, trust in your skill set.
2 big defensive plays. Brings up 3rd and 10. Stevenson tucks it in. Breaks away, throws the pass downfield. It's complete. Going to have a first down inside the 20. Very close to the line of scrimmage when he threw that pass. May have been beyond it. The Buchanan coaches certainly think so.
Yeah, Matt Giordano is losing his mind on that sideline. He said it's pretty clear that DJ Stevenson was across the line of scrimmage. I didn't see
the line of scrimmage was a 35.
If his whole body was past the line of scrimmage when he threw that football.
We're not going to be able to see from that angle, I don't believe. There's the 35. Whoa, man, that is close.
Yeah, I mean, that whole body has to be past that. I don't know if his whole body was, but the next play ran, so it's a first down Central.
Fort Mary, the ball carrier, on first down inside that Toyota red zone.
But, you know, another play, DJ Stevenson using his physical skills to keep a play alive and find a guy down the football field.
Pass is incomplete. Stevenson came out of his shoe and goes back to retrieve it down near the 20-yard line. Fans, you can watch a replay of tonight's game. Head over to YouTube and search for Friday Night Rivals on CW59. Click on the FNR logo. Tonight's game will be available early next week.
3rd down and 8 inside the 20. This is definitely 4-down territory for Kyle Biggs. So it wouldn't surprise me to see DJ Stevenson keep this ball on the ground, to give them a manageable 4th down.
Sees the pressure. Will he get away from it? To the far side. He's going to throw. Overthrown. And intercepted. Picked off in the end zone. We had to wait for the signal. That's Arroyo who picked it off. It was overthrown, and he was back there playing safety. So a turnover. We'll be back right after this. Buchanan's taken over down near the 1-yard line after the interception by Arroyo. And Mandel's going to throw out of his own end zone. He's looking deep and overthrown, incomplete, intended for Aon. So it's 2nd and 10.
I like that call, though. Get a big athlete like Aon on the perimeter and let Mandel unleash one and try to pick up a 99-yard completion. Here we go. Look at this play by Arroyo. I can't believe he got a foot down. He got 2 feet down. Trying to get to the NFL right now. 2 feet down to pick that ball off. What a tremendously athletic play by Arroyo.
Yeah, Braylon Hall was calling for it, but it was overthrown. On 2nd down. Oh, right near the goal line. Got to make sure you get out of the end zone to avoid a safety, and they do. It'll be 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close to this game possibly being decided by a safety for Central, but Buchanan's not out of danger yet. Ball looks like it's still right around the 1-yard line. No room for error if you're Buchanan. Just try to push some bodies out of the way and pick up a couple yards to give yourself some room to get your punt off.
Looking at number 56, Jeremiah Shelton, the junior linebacker who's rallying this defense now on 3rd down. And punting, if you have to, with no gain, is going to be tough too. There's a pass and a flag. That's going to be pass interference, and the ball was nowhere near the receivers.
Yeah,
But the receiver got no chance to even get there.
That ball was not catchable, but I don't think it's really going to matter. When you hit a receiver that early, regardless of if he has a chance to catch the ball, it's usually going to bring out a penalty flag.
Pass interference on the defense. 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Don't hit the panic button.
Flag on the play is sponsored by Reedley College, celebrating 95 years of student success. Yeah, well, that's a huge break for Buchanan. If it had been incomplete, you have to punt with your punter's back heels right at the end of the end zone. And you know that would have been great field position for Central. But now a fresh set of downs and some room to work with. Ewing, the ball carrier, to the 15. And that's a loss of maybe a yard.
Yeah, 3:30 left. Mandel's done a good job protecting the football tonight. He's done a good job finding receivers down the football field for big chunks. And if I'm Buchanan, I'm staying aggressive. I'm allowing this quarterback, even though he's a sophomore, try to distribute the ball to some of these weapons and get yourself in position to try to win this football game.
Pass is complete. Peterson, the receiver, out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. By the way, right after this game, stay tuned for Whose Line Is It Anyway? And then Penn and Teller. That's coming up on the CW59. 3rd and short now. Is this a Rogers handoff?
Yeah, I think this is a try to pick up this thing on the ground, a physical run. Whether Rogers gets it with Gavin Nelson leading or Mandel keeps it on his own read, it's going to be something inside the box to try to pick up this 1st down.
Approaching 2 minutes to play.
Oh, almost got him to jump.
Rogers has the 1st down. Across the 25 to about the 28. So the clock will continue to run. The chains move.
Yeah, now it's 2-minute offense now if you're Buchanan. You got a no huddle. You have to get the ball out quick. Get out of bounds if you can, but try to move quickly down the field.
Oh, a nice adjustment by Peterson to make that catch. He looked like he was slipping and then had to reach back behind him and stretch out to make the fingertip catch. It's a giant first down, brought to you by College of the Sequoias at the 44.
And another huddle. You would expect Buchanan to be a little bit quicker before the snap, especially after picking up a first down and getting a fresh set of downs, try to get this ball down the field.
Pass to the far side. Eon across the 45 out to close to midfield. Taken down at the 49. Approaching a minute 20 to play. Buchanan really not in much of a hurry, looks like.
Yeah, not really. I mean, ball's at midfield. You still have a minute 20 left. You have 3 timeouts. You have a quarterback who's protected the football. You have some big weapons on the perimeter.
And now a timeout. The official's looking over at the clock. Wants to set the clock at 1:13. And now we're ready. Deep drop, deep throw. Arroyo makes the catch inside the 30.
Ooh, and a penalty flag back.
Let's see what the flag is. And is it going to add yards to the catch?
It looks like it.
Personal foul.
Roughing the passer on the defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Now this is going to change Buchanan's approach.
Yeah, it depends on how much they trust their field goal kicker. Looked like they made one earlier. It was called no good. Buchanan's sideline thought it was good, but you know.
Yeah, I remember that.
High school kicker. You know, you want to stay aggressive. You're not going to, really put your quarterback in a negative situation. They might just pound the football and put it in the middle of the field and kick a field goal. If you trust your kicker, that's the way to do it. Get out of this game with a win.
Now you put it up. Throw the ball.
I mean, the way Mandel's played tonight, it wouldn't be a bad move. His receivers have given him some space. He's delivered just accurate footballs, very composed. But if I know Matt Giordano, fellow safety, he likes to be a little bit more conservative.
And they'll run it to Rogers. Taken out of bounds, that'll stop the clock. Well, he went out of bounds, but the official said roll the clock. But now, timeout Central.
Yeah, trying to keep as much time, Kyle Biggs, for his offense as possible. I mean, he knows Matt Giordano as well and fully expects that, probably 2 more runs, run as much time off the clock as possible, get the ball in the middle of the field, and try to kick a field goal to win this football game. I mean, I don't know I signed up for this, Ralph. If it's like this every week, this will be a fun little 5-game spring season.
It has a potential to be like this.
Such a blast, man. This has been so much fun.
You know who's not having a lot of fun right now is Brandon Reyna, the kicker for Buchanan. He's over there standing around thinking, well, maybe he is having fun. Maybe he thinks I'm going to get a chance to win this game.
Yeah, maybe this is what he's been practicing for, right? For, 16, 18 months or so, the opportunity to win a football game with a field goal.
Handoff again. Keeping it on the ground and moving to the middle of the field. Rogers again, the ball carrier. Another timeout's going to be called by Central to stop the clock with 44.9 seconds to go.
No more timeouts for Central. I believe that was the 3rd one they've taken in the second half. I could be wrong. Maybe they have one more left.
Well, Buchanan can run it right to the middle of the field again and let the clock, run down to 5 seconds. Call a timeout and kick a field goal. Let's go home.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the blueprint. Keep it right in the middle of the field. give your kicker the opportunity to win this football game, regardless of what happens. Such a well-played football game on both sides, really. You know, just a few mistakes we talked about tonight. Guys playing hard, executing big-time plays, big-time defensive plays. You know, well done on both sides of the ball tonight.
And next week, we're in Selma's new stadium for Selma and Kerman. Looking forward to that one next Friday night. Now the quarterback joins the group late on 3rd down. Mandel keeps it. Got inside the 10, but it's going to be short of the 1st down, and he took it to the left side of the field rather than going to the middle. 4th down, and you got to expect Buchanan's going to do that. Let the clock run down, kick it. The final seconds.
Maybe that was the side, maybe that was the hash they wanted to kick the ball on.
Sure.
You expect them to keep it right in the middle of the football field, but usually set that up where your kicker would best like the ball. And
you got to ask him, right?
Right.
Where do you want it? Which side of the field? You want it in the middle? So Buchanan has called a timeout. And it looks like actually it's going to be Austin Arroyo coming out to kick this.
Well, we know he has a leg strength. He's been the kickoff guy tonight. He's kicked some, close to the end zone. So leg strength is not a problem. And that's all about just putting it through these uprights from the left hash. You would imagine that's exactly where he wants to be to kick this ball. Chance for Buchanan to beat Central. A track loss for Central the first time, I think, since 2016.
Arroyo from 24 yards out. Good snap, and flags fly. He got a practice swing and put it through, but let's see. Offside on Central.
Is that a 1st down?
5-yard penalty is going to make it very close to the 1st down, but you don't have time to do anything else now besides kick it. 2.7.
Kind of irrelevant if it's a 1st down or not, because this is.
But now it's a chip shot.
We have offsides. On the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Still 4th down.
I think this is a tougher kick now, honestly. It's
tougher angle.
But it's a much tougher angle.
From 20 yards out. The reaction will tell you, and it is good as the Buchanan bench erupts. A field goal to win the game on the final play. Wow. Somewhere in the bottom of that pile is Austin Arroyo, who had a big interception in the end zone.
Yep.
And now kicked the winning field goal.
Twice. Kicked it twice.
Kicked it twice, you're right.
Second one that counted.
So there may be some time on the clock. What are they going to do here? No, they're going to come out and shake hands. Here's another look, and watch the celebration.
No doubt either.
Right
no
down the
doubt. What a kick, what a game. Hats off to both these teams, man. Well played football game.
Wow.
No section playoffs this year. The track is usually the best conference that exists, and Buchanan is now 2-0. Central's 1-1. Big time win for the Buchanan Bears.
Yeah, Buchanan comes on the road and gets a big win on Central's home field. And there's a young man who has a bright future ahead. Just a sophomore, the quarterback, Jaden Mandel. And 3 touchdown passes tonight, 1 touchdown run, although it was more of a touchdown push.
Matt Leinart style.
Yeah, the Bush push, that's right. That was another thing I joked with Vince about. That was a Notre Dame game.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, a star was born tonight. Fresno State baseball offer, Fresno State football offer should be coming soon. I mean, he can do it all. Totally composed. What a skill set. Athlete, big, in control. Just super duper impressive for a sophomore.
The exciting fourth quarter was sponsored by Midland Tractor. Team Midland. Equipment solutions guaranteed. Wow, I don't know if we've had a game on Friday Night Rivals end on a field goal. This time right out. All right, welcome back to the postgame. Welcome back to the postgame show. We're going to send it down to the field with the winning team and our Kevin Miller.
All right, Central Valley, we are here with the winners. Central Valley, how do you like it? That is a championship game right there, baby. And that's only game 1. And how about the winning coach, Matt Giordano? It's been a minute since we've been victorious here on the Central Field, and it must feel good, huh?
I'm very proud of our team. I'm very proud of every single one of these boys. I'm proud of our coaches. They fought all the way to the end. So proud of them.
And the key in the second half, Coach, you talked about 2 things, finish and finish. Yeah. How would you assess this finish?
I think we finished well.
Yeah. So, I mean, how about Austin with that finish? Where's Austin? The boot! Way to go, Austin. Well, Coach, congratulations. And then we've got a Donald P. Dick player of the game, otherwise known as Mr. Cool, because his game is as cool as ice. QB1, Jaden Mandel! Number 15. So, Mr. Mandel, 3 TDs in the air and 1 rushing, just for good measure. How did the Bears get it done tonight?
Man, I got to give it all to my line. They block like crazy. Yeah. Austin Arroyo, all my receivers coming up with big catches. And then obviously our coaches, they just did well for us. And that was awesome.
And they're going to block for you even more the way you're giving them props. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hey, here is your plaque, my friend. Oh, my God. It is. It's like a championship atmosphere. It's only game 1, season 11, or 10.5 of FNR. Ralph, Cam, it's pandemonium. We've got ice on the floor. That's why we got to wear the big jackets down here, baby. We're nice and toasty up there. We'll throw it back to you, Ralph, Cam. The Bears, victorious. Game 1. More to come right after this.
All right, Kevin, thank you very much, and what a great finish, Cam. Your first game, look at what you bring us, a wild finish like that. You win on the last second field goal.
I tell you what, man, this was a championship game. It's had a championship feel, championship execution, especially down the stretch. A big-time interception to keep Central out of the end zone, and then Buchanan goes down and kicks the last-second field goal. This was a championship Division I Central Section football game.
All right, let's take a look at the play of the game brought to you by Jack in the Box, and we had several to choose from, but we thought that last one kind of summed it up because Arroyo was a guy who had a great interception in the end zone that negated one scoring threat, and then he comes through and wins the game.
Yeah,
20-yard field goal.
Had a couple of big catches too, beating some Central defensive backs, and Kevin said it, cool as ice, right? You just step up with the game on the line and boot it not once but twice. The second one finally counted. For a high school kid, that's a ton of pressure and very well done.
Yeah, you get that practice swing in. Sometimes good, sometimes it's bad, right?
Yeah.
If you shank that, then you go, oh man, how am I going to handle this next one?
Right.
Okay, so what are we going to do for an encore?
Oh man,
Kerman, Selma next week.
Brand new Selma Stadium, right? So we get to break that in. Selma, Kerman, two very physical programs. Division IV, where I cut my chops here at Chowchilla in the Central Valley, physical football teams, they're going to play just like tonight. They're going to get after it for 60 minutes, and the game will come down to one of the final plays.
You have fun tonight?
Oh, man, I had a blast. It was so much fun.
We hope you had fun, too, watching this great game ending on a game-winning field goal. We're going to see you next week from Selma, Friday Night Rivals, Kerman, Selma, Lions and Bears. Hope you'll be there and watch it. Good night, everybody.